Our 47th episode continues with, by the way, my co-host Lisa Derrick is in traffic today, coming back the Sunday after Thanksgiving. She thought a 5-hour drive could be done in 7 hours, and apparently it's going to take 10. So Lisa, I know you'll enjoy this episode wherever you watch it. Streaming live on dronebox.com or archived on youtube.com. My guest right now is a legend behind the orange curtain and very well known in LA County and has shown nationally at the museum level, a visual artist par excellence, Craig Sibley. Craig, welcome to Modern Art Blitz. How you doing, man?
That's quite an intro.
Jeez.
Thanks, buddy.
So you know, we're both from La Mirada, right?
That's right, yeah. As a matter of fact, my wife grew up right around the corner from me.
Your wife grew up two streets over from me.
That's right.
But we didn't. I didn't know you.
No, but I went to school with your brother.
With my older brother.
That's right.
Neff High.
That's right.
And then they just closed the school.
Yeah, they tear the sucker. I go to a high school, any school. My junior high school and high school, they just tear the sucker down.
What junior high did you go to?
I went to McNally.
McNally. Oh yeah, they got rid of Benton.
No, they didn't tear it down.
Is my microphone? What's the matter? It was hitting me? Oh, yikes. What something is there to hit but me?
Better than being hit, right?
Yes,
yeah.
Much better than being hit, yes.
Yeah.
So, well, hey, let's jump right into it. You grew up in, a nice, safe suburbia of Southern California. Where did this idea to become an artist pop into your head?
Well, it's kind of interesting because I was actually forbade being an artist. My dad said, no, the day you become an artist, you can move out. So
wow!
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
So you're planning to move out soon, right?
Yeah, eventually. I got to find. It's better than having the cot out in the backyard anyway.
So you moved out and became an artist?
Well, no. What happened is that I went into the corporate world and was absolutely miserable for years. Absolutely miserable. Was in corporate America, marketing. Doing all that sort of thing, and. What happened is when the economy tanked about 9-10 years ago, basically I found myself without a job and couldn't get a job if my life depended on it, which it did. And I unfortunately got profoundly depressed, but my lovely wife said, why don't you do something fun and just take a watercolor painting class and do something like that. I've actually got one of those paintings. I'm going to show you my very first painting.
Wow.
Is one of the images I have here. And that's what I always wanted to be an artist, but that was what kind of launched the whole thing for me.
Most people, when they have a career desperation, if you get into art, it's not, but apparently it's working for you, man. Your career is like a rocket taking off. Yeah. I didn't realize it was only 10 years, man. But I mean, you've always had the aptitude, and you were a musician for many years, right?
I was a musician for longer than I was an artist.
Then practicing visual artist. Now, what are we looking at behind you? Well, behind you.
This piece actually is probably one of the second or third pieces I did. It's called Repressing Andrew Wyeth, and the whole idea behind it is that the first image, which we'll probably get to in a moment, is in a Andrew Wyeth sort of vibe. And so what I wanted to do was break away from being like Andrew Wyeth. And,
ooh, yeah, that's a big step.
Yeah,
ooh, man.
So I wanted to do something that was my own thing. So this piece is the little towers that you see along there have little portraits of Andrew Wyeth, and everything's pointing at him.
Okay.
So the idea is there's a sense of discovery. You go up to it, everything kind of leans towards that with these, dangerous things that are going to poke you in the eye and that sort of thing.
When I look at art, one of my guiding principles in looking at art is to not get poked in the eye.
Yeah, well, we got to live a little dangerously.
All right, what else do we got from the wonderful studio of Craig Sibley? What's our next image here? Oh.
This was,
I feel like I'm in your studio here.
Yeah.
Hey, wow, where's the bathroom in this studio? Okay, no.
Actually, it's just behind that wall to the left. There's a little palm tree.
So where is this installation at?
That's the Yuma Museum of Art, and this was a solo show that I did there. Everything that you're looking at there are my pieces, but the big one in the center is about 12 feet tall, and it's the largest piece I ever made. It's called the Advance of Architecture. And you mentioned deconstructivists in the last thing. Well, I guess I'm kind of a closet deconstructivist.
You're deconstruct baby. What does it mean?
Yeah. Well, the whole idea there is that the little buildings at the top there are actually based on.
Top there.
Yeah. They're based on a building called the UA building in Germany that was designed by Daniel Libeskind. So the idea being that the architecture is springing forth and coming into its own. So.
Those Germans just.
Yeah.
Okay. So what year was your show at the museum?
That would have been about 3 years ago.
Man, so that's, I mean, just, come on, that's 7 years and you're already showing it.
Yeah, no, it really was, it's been a whirlwind thing. I mean, I've had all kinds of incredible opportunities, so it's been exciting.
Do you think dressing well actually, excuse me, I'm going to turn this up. Do you think dressing well actually helps your career?
I think it helps people remember me.
You're very well known for your fabulous wardrobe now.
Yeah, this is my latest thing. I got this from a little outfit in London called Victory Vintage, and it's literally handmade in 1932.
Wow!
And it's stayed in nice shape. Wow. And the most amazing thing is that it fit.
And you were awarded a medal there?
Yeah, this is called the Ancient Order of the Three Bs, which is the benevolent, boisterous blowhards, which of course I'm the founding member.
Oh, geez, well, I tell you, man, I get a lifetime membership that night.
Yeah.
Half second. So, well, let's see what else are, man. We got so many images to look at, and they're all great, and I want to get, okay, what's going on here?
Oh, this one was really fun. And as a matter of fact, the person I'm talking to behind there is really fun. I'll tell you about in a minute. But what the name of the piece is called Seeking Eris, which is the microplanet that's out beyond Pluto that they found a few years back. And the show was a show in conjunction with JPL, Jet Propulsion Laboratories. And it's all got technology, and my brother is a rocket scientist for Boeing. So we literally figured out some things about the ratios between the little sphere and where the planet is out in the solar system. So basically, if that little sphere that's on that sculpture is the sun, Eris would be smaller than the size of a pinhead and would be in Las Vegas. So like Santa Ana to Las Vegas. And the fact that they found this thing is just incredible.
Unbelievable.
But the cool thing is, as I'm talking about this old gentleman walks up and he starts telling me about how the day that his friend discovered Pluto, and I don't remember what the guy's name was.
Clyde Tombaugh.
That's right.
Yes.
Dang, you're good.
Wow.
You're good.
Wow, boy. If it's useless trivia that you can't make any money at, I'm your man.
So he's telling me about this and how excited he was and that he discovered the planet and all that. And I was just like, wow, the hair on the back of my neck was standing up. It was so
amazing.
cool.
Wow.
But then he walks away, okay? And a guy from JPL walks up and goes, do you know who that was?
Who was it?
It's Eugene Lawley, the inventor of digital photography.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I know. It was incredible. And so his photographer or his technology are on the Voyager spacecraft that they're out still taking pictures to this day.
And in the future, that's going to cause a big war with the Enterprise and the other Star Trek. And the Vulcans are going to, everybody's going to be mad.
And the
Romulans,
Borg are pissed.
But they call it V'ger.
Yeah.
So I saw the movie. It's going to happen. So okay, well let's
yeah.
See
So
what
it
else
was really a pleasure meeting him. And 2 weeks after I met him, he passed away.
Oh my God.
So it was really an amazing kismet sort of thing.
So
that
he
I got
took your artwork with him to the great beyond.
That's right. I think so.
Man,
yeah.
What are we looking at here?
This is called Yellow 3, and the reference is after the movie Blade Runner. I don't know if you remember the little flying cop car that goes up.
Is that called Yellow 3?
Yeah, well, they sign in, he goes, clicky, Yellow 3, Yellow 3, and so it's sort of influenced by that, but it's also influenced by another deconstructive architect, a firm called Coop Himmelblau, which built this amazing structure on the top of a roof, a brownstone in Vienna. And it looks like a plane crash there. It's so cool. So I just love the kind of the disturbed aspect of the imagery, and so this piece is really influenced by that.
Nice.
This is a digital piece, so this was done basically as a digital painting, and one of these days I kind of hope to paint it. I think
you want to actually paint it by hand?
I do.
So you could say I'm just using the computer as an illustrative tool.
Well, and the last image that I hope to show you is actually the current work that I'm working on, and that's exactly what I do. I do my paintings first digitally, and they're my composition studies. I get it exactly the way I want it. I can arrange the colors and the placement of things, and of course I never have to clean a paintbrush, which is nice.
Yeah. All right, let's move on and see what we got. Man, we got. You got you've cast in a wide net here. What's this?
This is one of the ones. This is probably one of my more popular prints. This is called Evening Raid on Thomas Kinkade.
Oh my God.
And obviously I'm not a big Thomas Kinkade fan, but...
Is that an actual Thomas Kinkade painting?
It is modified so that he can't come, well, he can't sue me, but his family, I suppose, could.
The estate, the Thomas Kinkade.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
yeah.
if you change 15%, it's called fair use. So,
Yeah,
so
well,
you've
it's-
definitely changed more than 15% and changed the fundamental meaning of
It's
this.
seriously changed, but
Wow.
you know, comfy little cottage by the sea getting strafed by a C-30 gunship.
Gotta love it. Sense of humor. And Thomas Kinkade, frankly, I mean, he's kind of the epitome of a lot of things that aren't necessarily taking art forward, would you say?
Well, I find that especially in the arts community, he is absolutely just hated because, you know, it's kitsch, but it's kitsch in a way that's not even fun kitsch, you know, because I like kitsch. I love it.
Yeah. Well, you know,
But-
now there's been shows like Jeffrey Valance, like took it totally seriously. Like I'm gonna treat him like a serious artist.
Sure,
But the
sure.
stuff is just pretty bad. I mean,
Yeah.
my mother's 85 and she knows that Thomas Kinkade is outre.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it's just that's pretty.
Well, it's like it's got lots of pretty colors and it evokes kind of this warm, fuzzy.
And then he used the whole Christian angle too. Like, hey, by the way, this is the light of God.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
You know?
He called himself the painter of light, which
Yeah,
is
a little
kinda-
bit of a
kinda
huckster there, right?
interesting. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So okay. So let's you know, boy, we could talk. You know, come on. Orange County. I mean, I'm sure you got a few.
Behind
Thomas-
the orange curtain, I try to escape. You know, they let me out every
They let
once
you
in
out
a while.
every once in a
Yeah.
while. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I'm glad that the Orange County that you can get out of that. I mean, there's still a stifling conformity there, despite the fact that
There's some good things going on. You
It's
know,
radically
as-
changed.
as-
Now, what is happening in Orange County?
Well, a lot actually, especially I find in Santa Ana.
Santa Ana.
Santa Ana is really becoming kind of an epicenter where a lot of the things are happening. And I was the former director of exhibitions for OCA, which is the Orange County Center for Contemporary Art.
Still, that's place been rocking for many years.
Oh, it's wonderful. It's an
Yeah.
incredible
And that's right by the Grand
organization.
Central Art Station, right?
That's right next to Cal State Fullerton's
Okay,
Grand Central.
but
And
not in
then-
Fullerton, in Santa Ana.
That's right. And then right next to it, right next to that building is this beautiful building called the Santora Building.
The Santora, that's been there a long time.
Santora, 1928, it's on the National Historic Registry, and I have two galleries in that building. One of them is my space that I actually work in. That's where I paint, but we also have some great members there. That's called Paradigm Fine Arts. And then right across the way in a big space is the California Fine Arts Exhibition, and that's a curatorial space.
Wow.
And then next to that, I'm also the gallery tech. I do the installs for the Santa Ana College Gallery, which is on the same floor.
And
So
how often
I'm-
do they rotate shows there?
Pretty much every month.
Oh,
There's
really?
a, there's
Okay,
a
so
new
there's,
show
you know.
every Art Walk. The Art Walk is on the first Saturday of every month. And so we pretty much have something going. And I mean, the whole area, it was crazy. Just this last one was during the Dia de los Muertos thing. So there was like 2,500 people coming through these galleries, and just a tremendous amount of people everywhere. And you know, so there were three events. There was some kind of Sing Out America thing going on, the Dia de los Muertos, as well as the Art Walk. So all three of those things going on. My friend was so smart. You know, he said, "We're going to come down." I said, "Dude, you shouldn't even come because you can't get a place to park." He says, "I'm taking Uber." So that was pretty smart. That was
Taking
very
Uber to
smart.
Santa Ana. Now, I'm being in Los Angeles, and Uber to Santa Ana might, you know, drain my bank account and I wouldn't be able to get
Yeah,
home.
yeah.
So do you find the average person that comes into the gallery, are they Orange County natives? Are there people coming down from
all
LA?
over the place.
All over,
it's
yeah?
really, yeah, it's incredible. I was talking to some people that were from Liechtenstein that came in.
Wow.
There
The
were,
population's like 20. You could probably name them, right?
yeah, yeah.
Wow.
I actually had an artist out from Yuma, Arizona named Scott Jones. So
Okay.
he was one of the guys that I curated a show for. But yeah, we get people from all over the state. A lot of people from LA, and also you got some money coming in from Laguna, which is kind of
The
fun.
money from Laguna probably that might be the gasoline of the whole Orange County engine.
it
right?
helps, it
You know,
helps.
the Orange County art engine. So now
Most
you have
certainly.
you have a video to show, right?
Yeah, this is the video is was.
Do we have the video ready? I would love to play
Sure,
it. Yeah.
yeah.
Let's tell us about the video. Let's get an intro here. Tell us about the video.
Well, the video is called Votrant Prose, which means nothing. It was just some words that sounded cool that I kind of put together.
Sounds elegant.
And what it is it's a CGI animation that I did to an original composition, music
Okay.
composition. It took me about 6 months to do because I was learning the program at the same time I was actually trying to do the thing.
It took more time than it did for you to get in that airplane and strafe the the little cabin back there. All right, well, let's play the video. I mean, great video, by the way.
Thank
Great
you.
video.
Thank
Great
you.
video.
Thanks.
So what's going on here? Yikes.
Well, what I've got is I've got two things. I'm showing you basically what it will look like on the left.
Okay.
That's my digital
by
painting.
digital. Okay.
So instead of doing countless study paintings, I do it completely and get it exactly the way I want it in the Mac. And then, only then, after I get it pretty much perfect, I then go to paints. This painting is 6 foot by 4 foot. And it's oils, and this is the new direction I'm going in. Basically, I'm getting back into painting now. So forget the Wyethian thing. I've discovered my own voice, and now I want to do something that's meaningful. So the work is called The Covering, and what you're looking at on the right is the status as of 2 days ago.
Okay.
So I've been working on it now for 2 years, and it's kicking my butt. But I'm really excited about the way it's going to go. I mean, I really think it's going to be something that I can be proud of and something that's meaningful. You know, a lot of my stuff has been a little fluff. And so this, I feel, finally, I'm really discovering my voice. And it feels good.
How large is this? This is a pretty big, pretty big painting.
Yeah, 6 foot tall, 4 feet across. Wow. And it has been an incredible journey so far. I even at one point punched a hole through the canvas. I got so pissed off that I literally took the maul stick, which is, you know, the thing that you keep your hand out of the paints, and I smacked it and I drove it right through the damn thing. Of course, as soon as I did it, it was like, that wasn't smart.
That was there have been some decisions in art more intelligent than that one. We can
thank God, though, you know, it's like at least it was in a place that it didn't hurt anything. It was a place that I hadn't painted. As a matter of fact, you can see the little picture up in the corner. That is actually covering where that hole was. So.
Okay, yeah, you got that. All right.
But I was able to patch it on the backside and, you know, and fix it.
So you're no longer on the Oka board?
Oka? No, I'm not.
You worked there for how many years?
I was with Oka, gosh, probably 4 or 5 years.
And the name of your space again in the Santora
The
building?
2 spaces, there's one called the Paradigm Fine Arts, which is, I have some featured artists that are with me in there.
Okay.
And it's also my workspace, so that's where I'm working on that painting. And then the other one across the way is called the California Fine Arts Exhibition.
Okay.
Which I'm working towards. Don't have it yet, but we're working towards getting a nonprofit.
A 501c3?
designation. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let me tell you.
So I'm very excited about
It's
it.
easy street once you get one of those,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
Everybody
cool.
out in the nonprofit world, don't you? It's just easy street after that happens.
Well, it's
All
funny
right.
that we came back around to this image because this is actually my very first painting.
This is your very first painting?
Yeah, this
Wow.
is the one that basically kind of launched me into. You know, it's funny because when my wife said, go take a watercolor painting class, I was like, I don't want to do that. I felt like such a loser. I just lost my job. I was going to be surrounded by all these upstart young kids, and I was going to feel like an old loser.
Yeah.
And I started this, and it was like, wow, I guess I can kind of do this. And it was very exciting because this piece, my instructor was so impressed by it that he put me into a Best of Southern California collegiate artist show, which is funny. I take one watercolor painting class and I'm a collegiate artist.
Oh
baby.
yeah.
But it won Best of Show.
Wow.
So
Wow, wow,
that's
wow.
kind of what launched me into this whole thing.
Why
And
Georgia O'Keeffe?
I admire her
Yep.
work. I think her work is
You're a fan.
fantastic. And plus her face is just so interested, you know, with all the wrinkles and everything. It just made it something that was
The older I
interesting
get, the more
subject.
I like wrinkles.
Yeah, well,
They kind of make you look handsome, I think.
that's right. You can't get away from them
You just,
either.
you know what? It's Botox or enjoy it.
That's right, man.
You got one or two choices. So.
Exactly.
So, and what year was this? This is what, like you said, you did a couple years ago, 10 years ago.
Yeah, maybe
Roughly
eight, 7, 8 years
So,
ago.
so a lot of people go through an academic career and come out of art school and don't have the career you have by blood, sweat, and tears. I guess you have managed. I mean,
yeah, and just
is it devotion? What is the secret ingredient of making great art and having a successful career?
I think a lot of it has to do with luck, you know, honestly. But you know, I got to say, I don't think my stuff sucks. So it's, you know, I think that it has a lot to do with how good it is too.
Just admitting luck, though, I'll tell you, it's so many people that, you know, everybody who makes it never credits luck. So I was always happy to hear somebody credit luck
Yeah,
because
yeah.
so much of it is just the roll of those dice,
Sure,
right?
sure, yeah.
So, do we have more art? Was this how? Did you want to end on the high note? Was Georgia?
I don't know if there were
oh,
any more
no, we're
images.
back.
Yeah, I think
We're
that's
back.
it.
This is
Yeah.
my gallery.
Yeah.
Look, we're in Chinatown.
That's awesome. I
We-
love the
we
checkered
don't have to
floor,
take
by
an
the way.
Uber
It is
home.
totally the greatest floor
My
for any gallery.
landlord, Jimmy Joe, he's 87 years old. He laid this floor in 1962. I made the mistake of asking him, and he gave me detailed instructions on how to lay a tile floor. You know what the
Really?
secret is?
Yeah?
You start in the middle. That's what he said.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you do a line in the middle, so that way, you know, you don't dare try to line it up with the walls.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, and all of a sudden everything works. That was his big. That was the best advice I ever got.
It's a great little market.
For something
I mean,
that I'm never going to do. I'm
it's-
never going to lay a tile floor.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I've laid a few things in my life, but a tile floor ain't one of them. Ho!
Yeah, okay.
So, okay, hey, this was episode 47 of Modern Art Blitz. A big thanks to my guest, Keith Walsh, and of course, Craig Sibley. Thanks for
man.
joining me. I drive past La Mirada every once in a while, and I always think of the good old days.
Absolutely.
But hey, we do this every Sunday. Maybe Lisa will be out of traffic for next week. Who knows? Maybe Eliza will be sketching next week. Who knows?
I'm glad I made it.
This was the Sunday after
Traffic was
Thanksgiving,
ridiculous,
and
yeah.
but we had a great time regardless of how much turkey was left over. Join us every Sunday live at 5. Modern Art Blitz. I'm Matt Gleason, your host. Get out of here.
Welcome to the land of illusion. Welcome to your final resting